Live. You the chair?
Am I the chair? I thought it was Andy or maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, it is. I am the chair. Excuse me. I don't think I am the chair though. I thought it was Amir,
Is that outdated? Okay.
but I'll be happy to chair this abbreviated situation that we
Thank
have
you.
going. We should approve the consent calendar as, or no, a roll call first.
A roll call and call the meeting to order. Yeah.
Okay, call the meeting to order at 6:12. And we'll do a roll call. Andy Ravel,
Present.
Carmel,
Present.
Jeff Gunderson present, and Jonathan and Amir are two that maybe will show up. Actually, Jonathan may show up, Amir will not. And approval for the consent calendar, which also includes approval of our minutes from February 13th from last month.
I have a comment on the minutes.
Okay.
There's a misspelling of Diane Pike's name. Her first name is Diane, D-Y-A-N. And that's it.
Thank you. If you like, somebody could make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment. Barbara, you can represent the public today, or would you like to? Okay.
And no,
Anybody online?
no members of the public.
Okay. Nobody with seriously overdue library books that thinks we have some sort of jurisdiction. Board member reports and comments.
I did not have anything.
Only comments is on the tree that fell over the park and now is preventing, on top of the rain, the library to do reading in the park.
In the park.
Oh, of
That's
course.
gonna be a bummer for those little kids. Who wanted to hear Teresa.
My only comment is I was impressed with the article that was in the IJ the other day about in the print version that I received on the situation in Larkspur with the city council voting to move ahead with the library's situation at Rose Lane and leaving City Hall in this spot here. So that actually, and we had been aware that that was probably going to be the situation from our last meeting, actually, but I was impressed to see that get some press, people talking up the fact that we're still out there, the Commons Foundation is still out there raising money on things too, so that was great, I thought. Turn it over to you, Nick, for the
Perfect.
director's oral
I
report.
don't have a whole lot for you. The programming is really starting up again. And staff is really excited about that. They're I've kind of pulled them to kind of start carving out their niches right now. So if there's something that they're really passionate about, that they have the green light to go ahead and start doing that. So clubs are starting to meet up again. We did have Jess started I'm drawing a blank on the name. It was an Oscars contest where people got to guess who they thought were going to take home the Academy Awards from last night, and they did have a winner who guessed 12 out of 15 awards.
Good.
Yeah, so
Remember the name of it?
I don't. She did tell me, and I can't remember the name right now.
We need to keep the name of that person because
Yep.
when that's your source, it's somebody who really spends a lot of time watching movies, is knowledgeable, so we might use that one.
Yeah, it's exciting, and she'll be contacted tomorrow and won a $50 gift card.
Good luck.
I believe so. Yeah.
The lark.
From the friends.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Great,
perfect. Thank you, friend.
very nice.
Jess's idea.
Excellent. Exciting. Good, and that is all I have until the next item.
To our business item with 6.1 on here, the library director recruitment update.
So the library recruitment, the library director recruitment is open. It was open last week, and I'll send you guys the link. I should have done that before, but we have it open and it's closing April 3rd. We're advertising in a bunch of different locations and library groups for that. Teresa's been instrumental in helping us find the right spots and how to blast to the right people for that. So that'll close April 3rd. First round of interviews will be April 19th, and that'll be with myself and 2 other library directors. And then main reason that we're bringing that up is Dan Schwartz, city manager, has requested the presence of the different library support groups, one of them being the library board, to essentially nominate or appoint somebody to sit in a kind of a roundtable discussion with the second round candidates. And that would be there's no specific date for that yet, but it would be the last week of April or the first week of May for that. And be at City Hall, kind of a coffee and tea roundtable, and there could be multiple dates, so it should be somebody that is pretty flexible those 2 dates. And so what we'd be looking for right now is some kind of discussion from you to decide either who to appoint or somebody to make that appointment at a later date that has the power to do that.
I'm willing to, and I have time, so April and May, so if the other board member do not object or have other things as you want.
I'm fine with that. I was gonna say I could probably do it as well, although I won't be back and I'll be gone for a few days in the middle of April. I'm gonna be back until the 21st anyway. But that's fine if you would like to do it.
I'm very near.
I think it would be a perfect choice.
Yeah.
And I have flexible time.
Yeah,
I think that'd be terrific. So thank you.
And you say early May, right?
It could be late April, early May.
That's
Yeah, it seemed like from the notes.
In the morning.
After the 24th.
In the morning, thank
In the
you.
morning.
Yeah, thank you, Barbara. So
Yeah.
Yeah, morning, it just is, I don't have anything until May 17th, so.
That'd be great. Yeah.
You guys want to do a motion to make that?
I'll make a motion to nominate Mel. I guess we're not nominating, we're confirming that Mel's going to attend on behalf of the board of trustees.
And I will second that.
And I will vote in favor of it.
Okay, good.
All right,
Now you
so
were good. I was
I
gonna say.
can do the
Against yourself.
roll call. Trustee Ravel,
Yes.
okay, trustee Futterman,
Yes,
and trustee Gunderson.
Yes.
Yes. Great.
Nick, are you allowed to tell Armel who else is gonna be participating?
I don't know. I don't know right now who will be on it, but
it was on the letter that Dan sent.
oh, sorry, yeah, so it'd be the other, I don't know the individuals, but
Right,
it'll be
but
the other groups would be.
Good, I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like to see every group being represented and aware of what's going on.
That's really good. In fact, I don't think we've done that in the past. That I can recall. Do you remember, Andy, if we've ever set in on
Yeah.
any of those? I don't think
I have
so.
not.
I was on the panel that hired
Franklin,
Franklin, but the other groups were not.
we're not. Okay, it's good to have Brett.
I
Yes,
agree, I like to see the representation.
So I know, if I'm allowed to say,
Sure.
so I know that Lori Ochiltree will represent the Larkspur Foundation.
Mhm.
I know that Lori Lerner will represent the Commons Foundation. I know that I will represent Friends, and now I know that Armel will represent the trustee.
Great.
So I, Lori Ogilvie will represent the Larkspur Library Foundation,
Yes,
not the Community Foundation.
correct. I don't know, I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see that either, but I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that we're talking about.
Yeah.
The library.
Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Good, I like to see all. those-
We're all really excited about it,
I
happy about it.
I really, anything that all 3-4 groups can do together is it's gonna make the
Good.
library better.
Good thing.
Ooh, the annual letter to the city council.
All right,
Yeah, so we need to get on that.
How did we do with that?
So I put that as a discussion item here so basically. We could have that conversation of what should go on it and maybe a quick outline, so it's a.
so when is it due?
I mean, usually we get it out and call it February.
Yeah,
I think because we didn't meet towards the end of the year, we kind of came up with that agenda item last meeting. So I think talking about it now and preparing it for everyone to sign off on for the next meeting would be appropriate. And I mean, it's really whenever we get it there, it's nice to have it a little bit earlier, but we're fine. I think if you look at least when I did one a couple years ago, it really focused on some of the things we did digitally, kind of, I think I did mine at the end of 2020. I think so.
I think so too. And that was the last one we did.
Maybe it was end of 2020, but it focused a lot on kind of this pivot during COVID to digital. And talked about some of the new things we're doing digitally, but still talked about the programming. I think that's always a big part of it is the programming. We always, at least since we've had such great support from folks like the Friends, we try to talk about some of the things we've done alongside the Friends and what they've kind of brought to that programming side. So, I mean, that's really the big thing is programming highlights the relationships that we have with other organizations and, how that's brought substance to the library.
Well, the purpose of this letter is to inform the city council of what is going on, what we've done, and also what we would like to see accomplished. Is that what it is? So.
Yeah, and I think it is to support the library and the library staff and the programming as much as possible in the eyes of the city council.
I thought of it kind of as like the year in review.
Yes. Yeah.
Like what happened within the library for the year? What were the highlights? What were some of the things that we, focused on kind of alongside the library director? Alongside those organizations like the Friends or the Commons Foundation. That's kind of been historically.
So there are only 3 of us tonight, so I just feel that will be a little incomplete. Why don't we define some categories and we say achievements, questions and goals, and then we think about it, and then next time we come with our achievements, goals, and then we can fill in Jonathan and Amir.
Yeah.
And we can then give all this to somebody with a good writer. And
I meant to track down the last couple to send everybody as sort of a template of the things that we've included, because I think we've always mentioned the Commons Foundation and Rose Lane and how that was going to go and being supportive of those things, but definitely programming and the nuts and bolts of what has been happening in the library. And we would always get input from whoever the librarian was at that time too, to fill in for some things that we might have omitted. So anything you can help with or Teresa can help with, but yeah.
Yeah, usually we've gotten the programming stats ahead of writing the letter, as well as all of like the circulation. I can try to pull up.
Yeah.
And I have prepped Teresa to help me with that, and she's willing and ready to pull up stuff. It's just a matter of.
Needs to be highlights of anything that you guys think or things like, oh, don't forget to throw this in there. That makes the library look as
Well, let's think about it. The main thing that happened between 2022, which is that the library reopened to the public. So it was physically bringing it, reopening it, getting new chairs, getting new lights.
So
Rearrange
those are a lot of the things that we've mentioned.
Yeah.
right?
and having the locker, which it would be good to have an update on how that locker is serving and what feedback we get from patrons.
Staffing needs and issues and things.
Few of those, and then the future is, a new director and a new libraries. Same old, same old.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, maybe if we, well, I don't know if we can do that. Can we share something in a Google Doc, the whole group of us? Maybe we can't really do that. We might have to pass it from one person to another.
we can't do that.
Maybe that's the telephone version that we can't do either.
No, we just have each of us prepare something.
Okay, we each
and then
prepare
the next
key
meeting,
points, yeah.
we just put, a lot of them will overlap.
Yeah.
And then we give everything to somebody who will just make a draft and.
And then we put the draft on
That
that.
sounds
So we'll
good.
have,
The
we'll
agenda.
have it, we'll send it in April.
Yeah.
So we approve it in April and send it off after the next meeting.
And I'll go to the April city council meeting,
But they have two meetings.
or maybe the May council meeting, actually, because we're not gonna meet again until the middle of April to get this completed.
Yeah, but they have two meetings per month, so we meet the first, the second, and their meeting is the third Wednesday. Oh, actually, it's tomorrow. Isn't
No,
it? Is it the second or the
I
third?
think they do have one tomorrow.
So
Yeah,
we could approve it and bring it the following day.
I think April 19th is a budget meeting. That's probably the one that you're likely targeting.
But we won't have it done by then.
Well, no, no, you're right, because it is March. In April,
Right.
we'll discuss it and come up with plans, have somebody clean it up.
Yeah.
Approve it in May and give it to them at the May meeting.
Yeah.
At one, you're right.
It'll be a good document for whoever is the new library director as well.
Yeah. Will be.
But I better take some time and do it right and just rush something that would be big without Jonathan and Amir anyway.
Yeah, no,
It
definitely.
doesn't make any sense.
We definitely want to include though the things that have been provided inside the library.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a reopening and it was a resuming of of some of the programs for the, I think mostly for the children. I don't think any of the.
What was it? Was chairs, carpet,
Lights,
lights.
well, but this is this year, but I don't know, but, some toys for the kids area. Bean bags, Legos. Scarves,
and then
blocks,
Programming.
And there was the touch truck that was last May, the first part of the year, that was a big
Yeah.
community get together.
That's something we should definitely.
It was
the grant,
grant.
the grant from state of California
Definitely. I'm writing all this down.
and the fundraising from the commons that was very successful through 2022.
Hitting that goal. That's important to note.
Wonderful.
Banner
efforts.
year. Was
Wow, we have a
banner
lot.
year.
It actually was awfully good. It's sort of under the radar the whole time, but then
Larkspur started working, I think, last May or June.
So we have all the stuff that was added inside, carpet, chairs. Toys, the programming highlights. Circulation highlights, we like to try to put those in.
Mhm.
The touch truck event, the grant, the fundraising, and the lockers.
And the continued wonderful support from the friends.
I mean, that gives us a lot. That's, yeah.
And anything that you and Teresa think that we've
Yeah, sure.
submitted that would like to,
Other thing, but that's a lot.
and
It's good.
Perfect.
the fact that, staffing is coming back
And
on
new
board, although that
directors.
the recent
Circle
hire was in
revenue director.
2023.
This year.
It really was
Yeah.
that year.
Not mentioned that.
Right. Good game plan there.
I think we're on status reports.
That would be.
Would you like to represent
No,
more than one group?
that's fine.
Like, oh, that's great.
Yeah, so this is coming back this year. We are in the middle of our planning.
Oh,
So the
that's so
date?
good.
The date is May 7th, Sunday, 9:30 to 12:30. We were so successful last year. We have a very high bar this year. The Eventbrite link is active, so you guys can buy tickets, and anybody can buy tickets. We will have our marketing materials done this week. We are halfway through getting our trucks. If you know of any trucks that you think would be fun to have and would like us to pursue, please shoot me an email or tell me now. We're having a little more challenge this year getting trucks. So that it's looking a lot like campers this year. Campers and activities rather than big construction trucks. But that's not a bad thing. We keep the kids, front of mind to see what they would enjoy.
What is a guide dog's puppy truck?
I know. So that's Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Yes.
So they actually bring dogs and in their puppy truck and they, run little
Okay.
seminars.
Okay, so it's guide dogs as the organization.
Yeah, Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Have you talked to, right down the street from us, the Hardimans, they have trenchless Titan?
Yeah, they were there last year. They were great. And there's an email out to them. So we're waiting to hear back.
Great.
But we really appreciate the involvement of these businesses because they've got to have a driver there. It is Sunday, probably paying overtime.
What type of truck did the Hardiman bring? Big diggers or?
Yeah. Yeah. But we should be just fine. Yeah, we should be just fine. And we focus preschoolers and grade schoolers. We know by middle school, the kids are kind of done with, they don't have the interest. But thankfully, we'll have support from the library. Teresa will be there. We'll have a quiet area where she'll be doing some reading and there'll be crafts and there'll be other things to do in that quiet area. And we'll also have another area over here. I think this is the play area. And these are, so far, they're outside of the truck area because the trucks are going to be, that's a whole different experience. So you don't even have to pay to come to these two, which is really good and consistent with our library. So people just want to attend, come to hear stories or come to play. They can do that outside, without paying to do it.
Would one of the Marin County Library
Yes,
come?
I've asked, and I'm waiting to hear back. Their mobile classroom.
Yeah,
Last year they said no. But this year they're talking to me, so
Yeah.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
That could be,
That would be at best, because we really, last year, it was super trucks, but we really didn't get the library connection. So this year we're gonna do more to emphasize our connection. This is a fundraiser for the library, and you're actually here to, sign kids up to realize how fun the library is and how, many cool things that go on there as well.
no food trucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
Yeah,
food,
that-
one food truck, an ice cream truck, yeah,
Yeah, last year they had like a Aloha ice truck or
yeah,
whatever.
so they're coming back,
That was super cool.
yeah,
to think of every truck
Coffee
You
truck.
have a food truck too?
We do, we have an actual big food truck. They have, it's a bit of a risk, because they have a minimum, but we're hoping it's kind of a taco truck, but it's really pretty. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, it's outside of Sonoma High School on Broadway, it's called El Coyote. So it's a really cool food truck. So yeah, it should be, I mean, it'll be different, this year will be different, and some things will be the same, and hopefully it'll be tons of fun. We're looking for volunteers the day up, and we'll come to you as it gets closer. But on other Friends of the Larkspur Library updates, we're doing membership. We thank you very much for your participation. And we're really grateful for that. I don't have numbers to share with you now, but we're on track to have a good, continue to have a good year.
So volunteers, how are you recruiting them? Just through word of mouth?
Well, we have
By
a
calling
volunteer coordinator, Susan Bryson, and she'll be making calls to everybody as it gets closer.
Just wonder if there are some organizations down, like we could ask the Commons if they could.
Oh, yeah, they're
People
involved in the
who are-
planning, so yeah, they'll be involved.
And the Larkspur Community Foundation?
I have not contacted them.
Because that's what they do community stuff and they help with it, so. I would definitely recommend talking to them and asking is how they could be helping staffing or advertising,
Well-
or because it is a Larkspur
Okay,
and
well, the Lions Club helps us from Corte Madera.
That's great.
Yeah, they're really, they have skills. That's my new sentence.
they have-
You're really popular with me if you have skills.
And I will ask at the Women's Club. Anybody
Yeah,
wants to.
And
volunteer.
I didn't officially ask last year, but I unofficially asked, people here and there, and they did help.
Okay, I will ask and then we will put it in the newsletter
Oh.
as a community
Oh.
outreach, because that's, again, this is an organization whose purpose is to better the community,
Yeah.
so they will put it in there.
Do we, by the time you have that, do we have anything that highlights the summer reading program, or is that kind of too early for it?
No, that's a really good point, and we sponsor that as well.
Yeah.
So we're
exactly.
looking for, I've got to close the loop with Teresa, but we are getting prizes for them. But I know that Teresa's well along in terms of, getting her speakers in place for the summer reading program. She's well along in the planning process. But what were you saying, Andy? But we should make sure that people know about summer reading.
Yeah, I was just
At
thinking
that
it'd be a
event.
good
That
time
is
to
a
like
really good
even hand
idea.
out like. Did you
Really
guys have
good.
like bookmarks one year? Was that?
Yeah, we talked about bookmarks, having like our craft might be a coloring station with bookmarks, so the kids would take the
I
bookmarks home.
love that. They do.
Bookmarks of trucks, but on the back it could say summer reading program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we at Neil Cummins, they do like a bookmark, like art contest every year, which I know we've done kind of an art thing.
oh,
And I love that. I love the idea of having a bookmark, maybe that with a sticker on the back with the
yeah,
Highlights
summer
the
reading
reading program.
program. I think that's a great
and
idea.
color in the trucks. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah,
Great craft too. That
Great
connects
craft,
you to
that's
the
our
library.
that's right.
I think that's fantastic.
Amir attended our first meeting, super fabulous, because he's so involved with the schools, so he hooked me up with, they're doing a fun run. In April, I guess, so he had a list of sponsors, and it was he just really was like a fountain of, have you thought about this, have you thought about this? And so I'm contacting some of the sponsors now to see if they'll help out.
I think it's a Spark Fun Run. They do it from
Fun
the
Run.
town center. Yeah.
Cross-pollinating, excellent.
So I think that's where we are right now, adding a few members, which is always good. Adding a few members to our board. And I don't think I told you this, or did I? But I'm stepping down in the summer, after this.
You did
Be-
not.
Yeah, I didn't, I'm sorry, but I'm stepping down and the woman who will be taking my place is Diana St. James. So, library background and a business background. So I think she'll be just terrific. But I've been doing this for 5.5 years now. I guess it'll be 6 years in September. And I think it's time for new leadership, new blood, keep it fresh.
Big
So-
shoes to fill.
Oh,
Boy,
thank you.
really.
Well, I won't be going anywhere. I'll be local and always continue to support the library. Be at the library, use the library.
Thank you, Barbara. for everything
Yes.
you've
I
done
will.
and everything you- And I applaud you for thinking of replacement.
Yeah.
Because often organizations.
Yeah.
Keep going
Right.
until the leadership just petters out.
Yeah.
And loses, so.
Not a good plan.
So having
We need
a
fresh blood.
plan to keep it going
Yeah.
is a really good thing.
I think you've also, part of your legacy with the Friends, it's the team you built, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, super. Oh,
It's always
good team.
a good leader, that's always important, right? Is you're surrounding yourselves and you have the energy, and so it's great. That's good.
Diana comes from she's a working woman. She has 2-3 jobs that she does right now. She works at Copperfield's bookstore. She's a school librarian at 2 schools, 2 grade schools. I think those are her 3 jobs. So her challenge will be, having the free time to get all of our things done. But I know that she will do a much better job of delegating, which has always been sort of my weak spot.
Well, the one thing I really appreciate on top of everything, if it could be the cherry on top, is that you are always at our meetings.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
do hope that, and that what it does is that it allows us to know what's going on. And it allows other organizations
Yeah.
to also know what's going on. And I know that you talk to all of the others.
Yeah.
And I think we're a small community, we have little pockets of activity, and having all of them talk is really, and be aware of their resources, their needs, and their achievements is very important. So I do hope Diane continue coming here and also talking to sort of the foundation, the community foundation, the
Yeah.
PTA, whoever you
Yeah.
talk to.
Sure.
Just,
Sure.
just a very, to be the linchpin.
I imagine Diana will delegate that portion, but for example, my vice president is going to stay in place, the rest of the board is staying in place. So I would think my vice president, who's Diane Pike, will probably take over coming to these meetings.
So what is the last name of Diana?
Saint James,
Oh, St. James.
yeah, Saint is spelled all the way out,
Yes.
and a space and then James.
Yes.
It's been so nice and reassuring to have you as a liaison to this element of the library, from the library board
Yeah.
to all these groups and people in the community. So thank
Thank-
you very
you're
much,
welcome,
Barbara,
Jim.
for establishing something that's very
It's been an
solid.
honor, it really has, it's been an honor and a pleasure.
It goes both ways. I mean,
Great. All right, so maybe I'll stay and see if there's anything else. That's it for me.
thank you.
Well, thank you, Robert.
Mhm.
And I assume we don't have anyone online for the foundation or the commons.
Nobody online.
And then future agenda items, one of which we've spoken about is the letter to the council. Sorry, no, was there
No, I was just,
the letter to the council? We've taken care of the recruitment, library director recruitment position with our mills on that group. There may be a thing or two that I might think of later that I could send to you for the
Yep.
future agenda items that cross my mind, but do you guys have any other
Yeah, I
things
don't
for
have
next time?
what I do have is just other, because you were making the list, the
Yeah.
letter. all those contests we had the contest, what I love about libraries, remember the drawing contest? And the Oscar contest is something that would be mentioned, because that's fun.
Great. I've got those down too.
Those are the type of things that get the community to show up, to pay attention. Keep your agenda out.
The library is really busy. You know, it's really great to see all the people in there. And I'm shame on me for talking, but I asked Luca, who's one of our pages. Luca, you like your job? She said, yeah, best job I ever had. I love it here. Isn't that incredible?
Wow.
And they are so happy with Nick. So it's just really.
Most of the time.
Yeah, I think it's all up, you know, it's on a roll. It's really a good place to be part of.
I mean, everything we have down here to put in the letter is exciting. It's way more exciting than I think when I wrote my letter about pivoting to digital and COVID. So.
What's exciting about that was that we found a way to make it work. We did
Exactly.
not shut down.
Exactly.
That was like,
There's no giving
that
up.
was kind of a meat of that letter was.
Yeah.
That this was a kind of a, everyone pitched in to keep things going.
You know, that gives me an agenda item. What I would like to hear from, well, maybe not this time, but is how those measures that we put in place, the lending, the computers, the lending, the hotspot, how is that continuing or evolving with the reopening of everything? Because there was a big need for people to get information. So that would be one of the things would be good to assess is how many of those are still needed. We got the cases, we got the foundation paid for some of them.
Mhm.
Is it a need that continues? Is it something that we can tell, you know, the foundation we still need them? And also they need maintenance. So having a little update on those items. And what else did we have that was is specifically put in place for the pandemic?
I think some of it was sort of hustling the digital resources to people too, that they could do from home and online that, you know, the library always had, but I think they got, I think they were more elaborate with the shutdown. But those things, you know, it'll be interesting to see if those things have stayed in place and people still use them, whether they are the online consumer reports as an example, or all the other things too.
Well, those were needs that when suddenly they were felt and we were able to fill them to a certain point. It would be good to know how much these needs remain.
Yeah.
And how they have evolved and how they can be adjusted. Because now that we have reopened, so update on current needs, I'm gonna put that.
And one thing that for a future agenda would be just whatever the update is on the search for the library director too.
Right, but that would be part of it. That's true.
And then is our next meeting date the 10th?
It's scheduled for April 10th.
Okay. I'll be able to attend. I'm going out of town on the 11th, so I will be here on the 10th. Following week, I would not be here, so that's good.
I think that's the day after Easter.
It's not spring break, is it?
I think it is. Yes, it
Spring
is.
break, and it's the day after Easter.
Yeah.
I will be gone.
Yeah,
Jonathan will definitely be gone, only because his kid plays on one of my baseball games. And Amir, I'm not sure.
but it's to school now.
Yeah, it's the 10th is the first day.
So should we move it?
Maybe we should think about moving it.
Because we're
Yeah.
talking about doing the letter, so
Yeah,
if there are only 3 of us, we're gonna have the same problem.
Yeah,
yeah, that's definitely spring break.
Okay.
yeah, it is. spring break number 2.
So are we allowed to move it a week early to the 3rd? Nick, can we do that? Or is there's, that would be only 2 weeks, 3 weeks from today.
I think we would call a special meeting for that, so I think that we could move it to the 3rd. I know that I am out of town that week.
On the 3rd?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so we can't
I
do
can
that.
do the 17th.
Yeah,
I cannot do the 17th, but if everybody else can, that would give you 2 more voices with Jonathan and Amir for the whatever input they want
it
to
has
have
to
on
be
the
on the
letter.
Monday.
Doesn't have to be, but it does, it's up to your schedule. You have things. Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, a special meeting could be any time as long as it's noticed.
But when are you coming back?
I'm gone that whole week, the 3rd through the 7th.
And you're gone. Jen.
Next week is spring break for
Everybody.
here.
Mhm.
And when are you coming back?
I won't be back till the 21st,
So we will have to do it on the.
but I'm more
24th.
expendable because I was here today. If other people get, or you have a good.
Yeah, we got
in here. Then maybe the 17th would be good.
And then you send us whatever you.
And I can
think
send,
of.
yeah, I can send you.
Yeah, I mean, we
You
have-
send
Send-
one person.
Yeah, I think the 3 of us came up with a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, and then we get their input as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
So a suggestion for August 17th, and what I'll likely do is just
April.
kind of,
No,
hey, sorry, yeah.
or August. We'll do
Ahead of myself. So we'll look at April 17th, and I can poll everyone in advance too, just to make sure that works, or
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? The city council. What do I need? City council is on the 19th, so we might be able to get that letter done. Next
Correct.
meeting, and then give it to them on April 19th. Maybe.
we'd have to write it, approve
Oh,
it,
and we have to
and then
approve
send
it,
it, yeah.
correct. So
So
which would be
probably would still be that their first meeting in May. I think,
the first meeting is on the 3rd,
it's okay, we've delayed it.
it's on the 17th of May.
Year,
Okay. Sounds good.
Once we get out before summer officially starts.
Yes. Sounds good. 17th, I'm moving to.
All right, sounds good.
I think that's it. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye, aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Barbara.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for the update.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I want to put it in the record that these nice name tags here.
Yeah, we did that. Those are good.